In today's video, I'm going to show you how to master one of the most common, yet one of the most effective movements in lacrosse, the jump split. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Prime Lacrosse YouTube page. First off, if you're not a subscriber to our channel, we are dropping fire content all the time. So hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell because sometimes you're not notified of when we drop videos and I don't want you to miss it. So with that being said, let's get into the jump split. Okay, so the jump split, it's not that hard to do. It's actually a very common movement, not just in lacrosse, but in football, rugby, even basketball. They just call it a jump stop in basketball. And a lot of players do this instinctively. They don't even train for it. They just naturally do it because it's so easy to do. But if you don't know how to do it, obviously I'm going to break it down for you. So you're probably wondering, okay, what is this jump split? You saw it in the opening. Let me show you how easy it is, right? You're running, maybe it looks like this, ba, ba, ba. That's the jump split right there. Now there's a couple of extra things that you gotta master in this jump split, but a lot of players just naturally do this. But I'm gonna show you how you can make it even more deceptive and also a couple of counters out of it. So if you're ready to master this movement, this jump split, go ahead and grab your stick, get the ball, grab a couple of cones, even an octagon if you got it, and let's get to work. All right, everyone, it's time to get to work. So I got my octagon right here and I got my cones right here. We're gonna use the cones a lot later, but we're gonna use both of these, depending on what you have at home, to execute the jump split in a stationary position right now. And then we'll go ahead and mix it up later on as we start moving. So I'm gonna show you how to do it with the octagon, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it with the cones. Now, if you don't have any octagons, you need a place to find them, check the description. I'll show you where you can pick these up. For the cones, how we're gonna set these up, we're gonna stand in a nice neutral position, feet inside of our frame. We're not gonna get too wide on it. And all I'm gonna do is create a straight line back with my 3 cones right here. I got 6 in total. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, kind of lining it up as well. 1, 2, and 3. I might bring these in just a little bit too, just because I want to get wide on it. So you don't want too much extra space because then you're going to have to jump wide on it. So let me show you how we're going to do this with the octagon first, and then I'll show you how we do this with the cones. Now, as we get into the jump split, all it is a wide stance. We're jumping into a wide stance. Now there's a couple of things on here that you gotta know. Is we're starting from a narrow stance and we're getting to a wide stance. Now how do we do that? Do we jump super tall and do like a superhero landing like that? No, that's too long in the air. The defense is going to wreck us if we are in the air too long. So when we do this, we're gonna stay on the inside of the octagon, inside of the cones. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. I'll break up the drill in 2. And all we're gonna do is maybe just chop right here. But before we even get to chopping, actually, we'll just start without any movement. And all we're gonna do is try and get wide as fast as we can without getting too much height on it. And then after we extend outside of the octagon, we are gonna work on shifting our weight too, because that's gonna add layers to the deceptiveness of the jump split. So let me show you really slow. Again, narrow, a little bit of a bend in those knees, forward leaning, not back like this. And we're gonna go and land at the same time, just like that. Notice how I'm kind of wide. I'm not too wide because that becomes problematic, especially when I'm trying to push off and go one way or the other. Now, quick little segue on this, quick little aside, is why would we elect to do the jump split? I really like the jump split, especially for players who are learning dodging and maybe don't have the 2-3 step, the stutter step, the skip yet, because it's so easy to do. And when you land on 2 feet, you could choose to go left or right just like that. As opposed to planting, you kind of have to go in that direction if you plant and push off that direction. But because we're landing on 2 feet, we can choose that once we read and react to the defense, see kind of which way they're leaning, which way we want to go, which way we are going to go, if that makes sense. So this jump split, landing on 2 feet just like that, and then making a decision once we read the defense, then we can properly react. So that's why I like the jump split. So now if you saw what I was doing, I was also shifting my weight. I wasn't just here and then going. Notice how I'm standing up straight tall. That's not what you want. You're not gonna be very explosive. You're not gonna really sell the dodge as well. So as you're doing this, let's start chopping just a little bit, hands vibrating at the side. I like to have my players do that because they do this sometimes. I'm like, you don't really run like that, do you? But you know, you have them out a little bit. So now we're here, just quick little taps, not even quick, slow little taps. And then when we say jump, jump, and very quick. Now notice the shift of weight, right? Notice how I shifted the weight to my right knee right here. As you are getting out of the jump split, if you can shift your weight in one way and then go the other way, I think it helps really sell that dodge. So we're gonna get back to it again, hands to the side, and now jump, boom. Okay, that's what we're looking for. This is what we're not looking for. Watch this, okay? You see that? See how my left foot landed first? I'm gonna show you now in the cones what that looks like. This is what we don't want to see because we're losing what the jump split is. We're supposed to be landing on 2 feet, you landed on 1. I'm gonna show you with the right foot striking first, then the left foot, okay? Here we go, chop, 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 ready? Right there. That's not what we're trying to do. Typically, if you land there, you probably are gonna push and go this way. So again, we want to do this. Again, I would probably bring these in just a little bit too. Just like that. It's a little bit, not more difficult, but you know, you gotta bring it in with these cones. You gotta get a little wider because they do extend out a little bit too. They're not narrow like the sides of the octagon. So here, boom. Shift the weight, shift the weight, shift the weight. Now, I call this swagoo. When I teach this to the kids, they're like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? This doesn't look like something we would do in lacrosse. It's actually something you would really do in lacrosse to make your dodges more deceptive, right? So we wanna shift our weight and work on leaning one way, also head positioning, looking that way too. That's gonna really help. So we're gonna do this maybe about 10 to 15 times stationarily. We do this without the stick because sometimes the stick confuses us, and then we'll add the stick in a second, which we'll actually add right now. So once you've mastered the stationary stuff in landing on 2 feet, landing quickly, not jumping too tall, go ahead and grab your stick and let's see if we can do it. I'm gonna move back to the octagon right now. Now I'm gonna add a couple of chops. I'm also gonna work a hand transfer, a hand switch, a hand exchange right here from left to right, because the jump split actually works really well with the split, okay? So here again, looking forward. I can look down for a quick second, that's totally fine, okay? Now we're gonna jump, switch, boom, just like that. Notice how my weight is on my right foot. I'm sorry, my right knee right here. I'm leaning this way, right? Let's reset, let's do it again. I'll keep it in the same hand as well. Boom. Shift that weight, right? So these are the very beginnings of mastering the jump split. Obviously, I'm doing it stationarily. We're gonna add some movement in a second, but before we add the movement, I wanna talk about what else we could do in the jump split, okay? It's not just always a forward motion thing to where we're just going 1, 2, right? We could add a couple of different things to it as well. We can go into a roll right out of it. So say if I'm jumping there, boop, boop. Just like that. I'll show you a couple of examples if I can find them on how that would actually work. But basically when you're coming to the jump split too, you're also coming to a balanced position, meaning that you're not off balance, you're not going too forward too fast. And with this, as we start adding movement, if you go too forward too fast and you don't really plant those feet both at the same time, you're gonna be really off balance. All right, so we got that stationary stuff done. I would say do about maybe 10 to 15 to 20 reps. Start without the stick, then add in the stick. If you're using the cones, figure out how that feels. If you're using the octagon, keep using it how you want. And now we're gonna go into moving. So let's get into it. All right, guys, we are in the movement phase of mastering the jump split. So I'm gonna show you a couple of things that you can try slow at first, and then we're gonna pick up the speed. So let's get to it. So I got my octagon. Again, I like using the octagons more than the cones. I have one cone right here to denote where I'm gonna start from. And so all I'm gonna do right here is practice control and mastering the jump split, landing on 2 feet out of a jog. Again, I could go without the stick right now because we're a lot of younger players. It's hard to manage multiple things at once. So all I'm gonna do, we can even start with a walk up to the octagon. Now here, land on those 2 feet, get nice and wide, shift your weight just a little bit. Do this 5 to 10 times. If you find yourself striking with 1 foot first, then we're messing up on that. That's okay. You just gotta catch yourself and make sure to land on 2 feet. Now, if you're just a little bit shorter, those cones are gonna be super helpful for you to get wide, okay? Let's do it again. I'm gonna add a jog this time. So, little jog. Now hold, just like that. That's what I wanna show, is I wanna show control, because a lot of times players will go too forward too fast and kind of fall forward like that. And so if that's you, slow your roll, pump the brakes, and show control. Did that rhyme a little bit? Anyways, I'm not Dr. Seuss. Let's go again. Jog, jog, jog. Boom. Shift the weight, shift the weight, shift the weight, shift the weight. Get really good at shifting your weight. That's gonna pay dividends later with your dodges as well. Getting shifty, baby. Now, let's grab our stick. Did that a couple of times. I would do that maybe about 5, 10 times. Show control. Now I'm gonna go with the stick. I'm also gonna show control. I'm gonna pause right there. Jog, jog, jog. Boom. Shift, 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 shift. Now, if we've mastered that, that becomes too easy. Now we're gonna add our dodge out of it, okay? We're not gonna pause anymore. We're gonna actually attack down out of it. Hopefully I stay in the frame as much as I can. So, we're gonna do it again. Jog, 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 boom, and I'm gone. So, the key here is as soon as you land, you gotta get out. You don't wanna take too long after you land both feet to get out of this movement, because the defense is gonna catch up, right? So let me show you what it looks like wrong. Jog, 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 and then go. That's obviously a big exaggeration, but you'd be surprised on how many players hold themselves in the dodge too long. We wanna get out of it as soon as we land, boop, we're gone. Absolutely. All right, so now let's go a little bit faster. We're approaching it from a straight line. You could approach it off of a curl. You could approach it from an angle. I want you to change it up. I want you to try different things at home, get super creative with it. You could even start with, you know, a dodge first. You can go to a split dodge, however you want. Let me show you what it looks like in a split dodge motion, meaning I'm gonna start with my left, I'm gonna land, and then I'm gonna split going to the right. Okay, start back here, boop, 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 boop. Just like that. So right now I'm going pretty slow, and that's because I want to make sure that I'm mastering the movements. If you've mastered the movements, start going as fast as you can. Also, make sure that you are not transferring your stick slowly to the other side, because this also is what happens. So we land, boop, we start moving, and then we switch. We don't switch simultaneously with the land, which that would actually be most impactful. And now Lauren's in the video. She has to do the jump split. Oh, now she dropped the ball. But come on over here. You want to do the jump split? Let's go. So since Lauren just jumped in, come on over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Yes. Where's your cleats? Oh, go get your cleats. While we wait for Lauren to get her cleats, I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Again, we want to exchange our stick as soon as we land and not take a couple of steps and then transfer our sticks. It looks very awkward. And also you leave your stick inside for the defender to get at you. So again, we don't wanna do this. We wanna make sure that we switch at the same time. Here, boop, switch. If you're going to do a split dodge, you could also keep it in the same hand and do more of a pull. I'm gonna go this way, by the way, okay? Boop. Tuck it under, and you protect that way as well. So you gotta figure out what you like. I think you should try multiple things. Try switching hands, try keeping it in the same hand, and then obviously increase the speed. So with that being said, we're gonna get into some live examples, full speed, on how to do the jump split. But remember, start slow and then finish fast. We're gonna start here. You can start with your right or your left, it doesn't matter. I'll start right here so you can see what it looks like. So one, instead of going this way, I'm gonna pull under and go like that. Does that make sense? You can keep it in your right the whole time. And again, remember that pass, the nose breaker, that's also the shot. So you can go to your left, so go ahead. Go whatever way you want. Just try different things. See how it feels. Good, yep. Excellent, good. Let's go jog it in. Good, cradle, 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 good. One minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Good. Try and land on 2 feet though, Kaylin, okay? So come on over here. So this is gonna be a good dodge for you. It's super simple, but you gotta make sure we don't do 1, 2. Just make sure you land on 2, okay? And then we're gonna kind of like shift our weight. So I want you to try and go under 2, okay? Now make sure we tuck on that, like if we're going to go to our right, tuck and protect against the inside person. Good. Good, Lauren, good. Good, love it. Make sure to tuck, right? So I want you to go this way, watch my stick, ready? Inside, inside, jump, go, tuck, tuck. Yeah, I see that on the clear. That's gonna be a very common thing. Good. Yep. Oh, you like the sidearm, huh? You're a sidearm person. Good. Lauren, there's one more right there. Here we go. We have 15 seconds. Good. Good, all right, get 5 balls each, 5 balls each, 5 balls each. Go, 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 go. Boom. So if I'm gonna do this, I'm going to kind of slow down just a little bit right before the dodge as well. So it's gonna look like this. Attack, slow down, boom. Does that make sense? No, we do not this time, good question. What we're going to do is kind of like slow it down and then right there. If we go too forward, too fast, we're gonna run into the defender, just like this. See that? We kind of lose the impact of the dodge. So make sure to slow down, land on 2, and then explode out. Here we go, Lauren's first. 100 miles. Good, love it, next go. Good, try and land on those 2 feet, right? So slow down just a little bit. Like if you need to pause, pause. Go ahead. Good, no, you can go anyway, you can go anyway. Good, love it. Love it. Good. Now try and get over the octagon just a little bit, right? Try and get over the octagon just a little bit. Now I'm pushing these balls over there a little bit. Start from a different angle too. So if the balls are over here, maybe come this way. Whoop. You see that? All right, let's rock and roll, finish up. Good, land right over it. Go, 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 next. Good, love it. Yep, decent, decent. Ah, Saturn. Good. Remember, try and go the other way. Here's a good trick too. If you're approaching from this way and you come in and then you go this way out of the stop, it's kind of hard to stay with, okay? All right, so give me a curl in, not a run in, a curl. Yes, good, that works too. Headshot. Poor goalie. Good, finish up, good. A little bit more here. If you're gonna make that pass, make it from inside of our shoulders, okay? So you see this, cradle here, and bring it up to here. You could also choke up a little bit too.
Do you like snatch for head? Like, I mean,
so you can't follow through per se. You have to, watch, hear mine. You guys keep going. See that?
are you back?
Oh yeah, watch, look at this. See where I head? It's back, right? Not here, here. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Let me hear yours. Oh, Lauren.
Like that?
Oh, don't be cute with it. You gotta go hard. So here, I'm gonna help you. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
It's fast, very fast now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You hear it?
Okay.
Did you hear it?
Okay,
Yeah, you're being cute with it though. Headshot, oh! All right, we all done? Last one. And then a stretch for these two and then you're good to go. No, these two gotta stretch. Go ahead. Good. Now, did we land on 2 feet or was it 1? Also, Again, just general footwork. When we do our jump split, like say we're running down, you see that? We can kind of jump and then back up too. It's kind of a good way to stop, get your feet under you and then go. All right, you guys get some water and then you two are gonna stretch. You're ready to go.
Hey, did you like that video? Did you find value in it? Did you get better? If you did, don't forget to subscribe because again, we are dropping fire content like this all the time. All right, y'all. Peace. I'll catch you on the field.